Namaskara. Welcome to the week 9 of your course Instruction for Good Learning. For the next 2 weeks, we shall be studying about a learning management system called Moodle. To start with, let us try to understand the teacher needs to use any LMS to design his or her course. In the previous weeks, you have learnt about the instructional methods of Merrill and Kolb and understood how a teacher can plan his or her course. The outcome of this session is to understand what a teacher of an engineering course needs if he wishes to use a learning management system and functionality of a teacher, student and administrator in Moodle. The purpose is to empower the teachers to use Moodle effectively, which is an open source tool with the freedom to customize according to the institutional and instructors' needs. As a teacher, you would have already used technology in your teaching learning processes more efficiently. For example, online instruction during COVID time, communication of assignments and submissions through WhatsApp, use of LCD projectors in the classroom, etc. Under your digital literacy session, you have come across the requirements of digital technologies for educators and the LMSs. The LMSs for the purpose of storing and sharing the content and student tracking. That is the main purpose of using the LMS. Though LMS is mentioned as institutional tool, to start with, let us see how an instructor can use at his or her course level and become a champion and then promote the use of LMS at institutional level. Before we get into what is Moodle, we shall explore why Moodle. Technology can help in making instruction more effective, engaging and efficient. We call it E3 instruction. A learning management system is a software application or web-based technology that can provide assistance to plan, deliver, manage and track educational content and learning processes. Some popular LMSs are Moodle, Canvas, Blackboard, Google Classroom, etc. Some of these are open source and some are commercial. Open source in the sense we have the freedom to customize according to our needs. Key functions of an LMS would be to have content delivery, course management, user management, assessment and evaluation, communication tools, tracking and reporting, integration and scalability. These are to name a few. Many more functions can do an LMS. When we get into the LMS Moodle in particular, then we will get to know what more can be done using an LMS. A teacher needs to design and conduct his or her courses in the OBE framework and compute the attainment of the course outcomes, program specific outcomes and program outcomes. Prepare reports as needed by IQAC, management, university, NBA and NAC. We will not be dealing in detail about the course design here. It is just a brief outline we will be giving how a course should be designed. Teacher has to follow some formal and some informal instructional system design models. We suggest here ADDIE Instructional System Design Model for designing the courses. The ADDIE model has been in use for several decades. ADDIE does not restrict the academic freedom of the teachers. It provides a structure to the course design process and process of incremental improvement. ADDIE stands for Analysis, Design, Develop, Implement and Evaluate. This is a typical picture view of the ADDIE model, wherein at each stage we have to evaluate ourselves whether we are doing it properly, we are following the proper method and procedure is according to the needs of the instruction. Some of the activities that are conducted or happens in the analysis phase are like writing the course context and overview and program specific outcomes as decided by the department, etc. These are the points which we have identified, the activities that will happen during the analysis phase. Second phase of the instructional system design model is design phase. The activities generally that take place are generating an instructional plan, set the targets of course outcome attainment, determining the assessment plan, creating the item bank, having the outputs of the design phase peer reviewed and modifying them if necessary. The third phase is develop phase. We have to develop the instructional material, selecting the delivery technologies proposed to be used, preparing the script, preparing the instructional materials, selecting and preparing learning materials for all instructional units of the course. The next phase is whatever we have developed that has to be implemented. So the activities like syllabus, resource planning, instructional schedule, etc., that whatever we had prepared will be implemented in this phase. Next phase is evaluate phase. Here we will be collecting the student feedback at the end of the course, computing the course outcome attainment and from there PO and PSO attainment, making summary observations, collecting the feedback, planning for reducing the course outcome attainment gap or increasing the course outcome attainment target. This is evaluating the students as well as evaluating the teacher himself. So, when we are following the ADDIE model to prepare a course, the teacher requires to create files in Word or PDF format and organize them as per ADDIE. The instruction material is for use by the instructor and it should not be accessible to the students. Select and create videos, animations, picture and PPTs to organize them according to the course outcome. Pose the questions for all the students to respond in the classroom and collate them to identify the misconception. These are the assessment phase of the course. That can be like creating the quiz and evaluating them, auto-evaluate, or teacher can evaluate by himself and post the grades in the class or individually. Creating assignments and enable the students to have access to the designated times. These are the requirements of a teacher when he or she is designing a course. Next thing is, when we are doing any assignment or assessment in general, teacher has to design the questions. We call it item banks, with each question tagged with the appropriate metadata. Plan according to the needs of the course and create assessment instrument with each item tagged with course outcome, cognitive level, marks and if possible with the difficulty level also. Track the students' progress, create all documents as per the format given by the IQAC. Create teacher's own evaluation of the course. As I mentioned, the evaluation phase will involve evaluation of the students as well as evaluation of the teacher himself. So, what an LMS can do, how it can help a teacher to conduct the course effectively. An LMS can provide facilities in the manner the teacher requires, It can generate the reports in the required format. Various agencies require the reports in different formats, and LMS can help in generating these reports with few clicks. Every instance of offering the course can be archived. It can facilitate incrementally modifying the course with minimum effort. So, we tried to analyze why do we need an LMS. Now, we shall get into the mode of what is an LMS, what is Moodle. So, Moodle is a learning platform, a software package designed to help educators easily create quality, personalized, secure online learning environment. Moodle is an open source LMS which gives the freedom to customize according to the needs of a teacher. The name Moodle has two meanings. One is the acronym for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. Originally, M in the Moodle was Martin's. It was not modular, as explained later by Dr. Martin about the choice of the name. It was an Australian slang that means to toss around an idea in your mind for a while to look at different aspects of it. Moodle is created by Martin Douglas, a computer scientist and educator who spent time supporting a course management system at Curtin University in Perth. What makes Moodle special? It is effective because it is open source, built on sound educational philosophy and pedagogy, and has a huge community that supports and develops it. Because of this community, it is understood that Moodle will never become commercial and it will be open source forever, and that's how we are choosing Moodle to use at the institutional as well as teacher level. The latest stable version is 5.0. Moodle started with the version 1.0, which was very basic, and with the help of the community developers, now it has reached the version 5 and it has many features which was customized according to the needs of a teacher. Moodle design and development is guided by social constructionist pedagogy. Constructive methodology is how a learning process can help when one constructs the knowledge for other, and when it is done socially, it is called social constructionist pedagogy. Activities are the heart of a course management system. Moodle has designed by an educator and computer scientist with social constructionist principles in mind, which asserts that the learning is particularly effective when constructing something for others to experience. This can be anything from a spoken sentence or an internet posting to more complex artifacts like a painting, constructing a house, or a software package. All of us are potential teachers as well as learners in a true collaborative environment. We are both. These are some of the basic features of Moodle that we call as standard features, which comes with standard package. Other than these, there are many more features available as add-on modules or plug-in modules we call it. Now let us see how to manage Moodle. Moodle has various user roles which we call it standard roles. We can customize it with add-ons also. So site administrator, manager, course creator, teacher, non-editing teacher, student, guest, authenticated user on the front page only. Like this we have, these are the standard roles which are available in Moodle, and hierarchically this is what it is. Site administrator will be the super user of the site. Moodle is versatile. It can be a complete online learning environment. It can be a focal point for online collaboration, a repository of self-study courses and materials. It means Moodle can be used fully online courses and as well as for blended courses. It is not like it is rigid, it has to be used only for online environment, or it can be used only for blended mode of teaching. It is flexible, so it can be used either fully online or blended mode conducting the classes. It can contain collaborative synchronous courses or independent self-paced courses. So let us see what a teacher can do in Moodle. A teacher can create assignments, he or she can open a chat, he or she can organize choice for selection or election, post questions in a forum, create lessons, design and give a quiz, initiate a wiki, conduct a workshop, keep track of all these activities and many more with variety of administrative tools. Now let us see what a student can do in Moodle. A student can see all their enrolled classes at a glance. He or she can work on assignment from any computer with an internet connection and a compatible browser. Check their grades for assignments, quizzes and other tasks. Contribute to forums, wikis and glossaries that their teacher establishes. A student can check their course calendar for important dates and upcoming events. These are the basic things which a student can do in Moodle. If the site administrator or the institutional level can think about more that can be done in Moodle if they add on modules in the Moodle. To have the Moodle running to see what can be done, we have to create one site in MoodleCloud which is free for 28 days, or to experience the Moodle, there is a Moodle demo site. We can get into that, which every hour will be refreshed. Whatever we do there will be deleted. So just to experience how the features of the Moodle can be done to create a course, we can use this demo site. Who will help you when you are using Moodle? Sometimes when we are using Moodle, we get many queries starting from installation stage itself. At that time, there is a huge community in Moodle where either people would have faced the same problem and it would have been posted there, and someone sitting somewhere would have resolved that problem, given the solution there. We can get into that mode and get our problem resolved, or we can post the questions over there. Within 24 hours definitely we are going to get the answer either from the developer or some user who would have faced that problem and resolved it. Hundreds of knowledgeable open source users have joined the Moodle developers in a community of the learners. You can make new friends with Moodle community by creating an account in moodle.org site. Thank you. Happy Moodling, happy learning.